Welcome back to the channel, guys. Just jumped on here, just give you my opinion on the Georginio Rutter news. From 12 o'clock last night, we found out that Georginio Rutter had a release clause in his contract. That release clause, as we now know, is £40 million. Obviously, Brighton have triggered it, and Leeds have no choice but to accept the bid, and the transfer is now in hands of the player. The bid is thought to be 40 million, and Brighton have been testing the water the last few weeks. I honestly can't see a stumbling block between the player and the club, and I think the deal will be probably done in the next 48, 72 hours. So where does that leave Leeds in the window? Well, to be honest, I don't actually know. It's a bit of a bit of a circus, to be honest. We've let Somerville go, we've let Archie Gray go, we've let Kamara go, and now Rutter go. There's four players. That's a third, 30 or more or less a 30-year squad. From last season starters, and I really don't know where we go here. Uh, Obviously, Georginio Rutter's keen to play at a higher level. You can understand that there. If a club comes in Premier League, the likes of Brighton, who have been seen, the likes of developing players, the likes of Caicedo, Alexis McAllister, players like that there, they've come in, they haven't really been anybody, and they've left, superstars, the likes of Liverpool and Chelsea transfers. So maybe that's where, Rutter will probably, you know, see brightness like an our stepping stone to get the where he wants to get to. Regards to Leeds in this window, flip. I don't know where we actually go from here. To be honest, personally, I think we're about three or four, maybe five players short. We're a left back short. We're I would say two centre mids short because I personally think Ampadu, should go back to partner and Rodon centre defence. So I think we're two centre mids short, we're a left back short, we're Somerville replacement short, and now we're having to replace Georginio Rutter. So I mean, I just think we give ourselves too much to do in a short period of time. And I just don't see many players out there that we can get now. You know, Obviously with going into the likes of going into bids and teams going, hold on a minute, you've got 40 million from Gray or 30 million, you've got 40 million from Rutter, you've 8 million from Kamara. Although these are said to be undisclosed fees that we have, you know, tried to keep under the radar, clubs know how much we have recouped. I was looking last night. We're probably, I think we're top if this Rudder deal goes ahead, which I think it will. For recouping money, which is absolutely insane for a championship club. You'd expect that from sort of mid-table sort of Premier League team or bottom end Premier League team, but the fact that we're a championship club and we've recouped more money than the rest of the Premier League, it's absolutely insane. And then you look at where does that leave sort of Nanto. Nanto's probably thinking, flip me, I threw the toys of the prom last year. I think we're in a worse position, this year than last year. I don't know what to expect. I really don't. I'm looking at the likes how we lined up against Birmingham, away last season. With all the obviously the players went on strike last year, and our squad was just about coming together. I honestly think that's going to be the same scenario unless we get a move on here. We're well short. When the board are coming out saying this and that, and the fact that the players need to be the right ones and all this jazz. But it just seems, I don't see an end. Where we're actually going to go. And then which leads me to talk about Callum O'Hare. Why did we not bring him in? You look, he had a decent season at Coventry last year. He's proven championship level, although he has a few injuries. He was a free transfer. And, if the clubs know about, the likes of the Rudder, coming in, Leeds obviously knew that bid could be triggered. Why did they not bring in, the likes of Callum O'Hare? Free transfer. You're all you're doing is paying his wage. You're maybe paying him a tiny, you know, transfer fee, that goes to him. But I mean, for a free transfer, it's absolutely insane. I'm looking at the likes of Sheffield United, and I'm actually going to myself like they're doing, they're in the space of 2 weeks they've got a good championship squad together. The likes of Callum O'Hare, Kiefer Moore, your man Burrows as well at the back. They look like they're going to keep Hamer. We're like we went from being like so confident in the winning the league to now. I don't know if we'll even get top two unless we get a move on. With these signings. Uh, how do I see the transfer window going? Well, to be honest, I think we're running out of time. We've got 2 weeks left. We need to get a move on. Keep saying about these, the Premier League squads, announcing their 25, 26 man squad, whatever it is. You know, you can't rely on that there. We need to get a move on. We need to get a move on quick, or we're actually going to run out of time. It's absolutely mental. So it is the fact that the board have left themselves in this position. You know, Last year it sort of all came together towards the end, whereas this year I just think we've let too many key players go. And I know people will say, "Oh, release clause this, and that, with no choice." But if they knew these release clauses were in here, they need to have a backup plan. They need to have like players lined up. They need to be talking to players. They need to be talking to agents. And at the minute, I just don't see the likes of Johnny Rowe. I was hearing there a couple of weeks ago. There's been bids going in, from Leeds, and we're just trying to meet the valuation. And all of a sudden now we're hearing that there's been no bid went in. It's absolutely criminal. But we'll see what happens in the next few days. In regards to movement, the likes of with a few tough fixtures coming up. You know, we'll have West Brom away, Sheffield Wednesday away, Hull at home. These three teams are not going to be easy. And the way we played and defended last night, and I just worry. I really do. I just worry. But onwards and upwards, hopefully Farker can sort it out. But yeah, I just wanted to jump on and just give my view on this whole up until now, transfer window. And see what happens.